Npp is the best party ever. Well, don't get me wrong. You see, my reason of saying this is because Npp has some kind of political ideas or things that they bring on board or projects that they bring on board that benefit many Ghanaians or all Ghanaians across the country. I'm not saying that NDC doesn't perform well. Of course, NDC does great jobs. Now, in the Fourth Republic, J.J. Rawlings was the first president, right? And he belongs to the NDC. When J.J. came to power, he is the first president of NDC, or the first person in NDC that I would say did some kind of project that benefits many Ghanaians. Now, during his term, he made sure there is an extension of electricity across all rural areas or rural communities in the country. Second initiative that he brought was also the introduction of district assemblies across the country. Well, that means they can take care of themselves on their own. If government shares the national cake, the district themselves can take care of their community instead of focusing or depending on the central government straightforward. Now, after he's gone, J. Ekufuor of Npp also came to power. Now, let me tell you something about J. Ekufuor, which is so special. He is a unique president that I will say that he brought a lot of initiatives that benefited Ghanaians. One of them is national health insurance. You know very well that Ghanaians, most of Ghanaians, right, are deprived or are poor. And most of them cannot afford to pay for health services. And so J. Ekufuor introduced the national health insurance to take care of the health of Ghanaians. Now, his second initiative was the introduction of the FQ, which was free compulsory universal basic education for all students across the country. And of course, it has helped a lot of students in the country and also have lifted the load or the burden on parents who cannot afford to pay for education of their children. Now, J. Ekufuor introduced a lot of projects. He also helped in expansion of health services across the country. He also established a lot of roads and then bridges as well. Now, after he's gone, John Evans Atamas came to power. And as we already know, J. Mills couldn't last longer in office, but he also helped in promoting a lot of projects in the country. He helped in renovating a lot of hospitals, which is Kolebu is also part of it. He also helped in initiating health insurance. He promoted and expanded it. He also expanded education, and he also got a lot of things. He also introduced the affordable housing project. Now let's talk about Nana Akufo-Addo. There are a lot of projects that Nana Akufo-Addo did that benefited a lot of Ghanaians. One example is the introduction of the STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education, which we know is the core foundation of every nation development or national development. Second thing is free senior high school, which he also introduced. And we know it's also beneficial for the whole country or everyone in the country. He also improved the national health service, just like the previous government. He also made sure he introduces the one district, one factory as he promised. Yes, most of the projects are established and we all know. So if some of you haven't seen some in your locality, please find out in your constituency. There's at least one factory in each constituency or district. Now, talking about Agenda 111, which is the building of 111 hospitals across the whole country. And you can also testify to that. He also expanded and reconstructed a lot of interchanges like Pukwase, Obicha-Bilamte, and a lot more. Talking about the health sector, he also made sure he introduces free ambulance services for every constituency, which means each constituency have an ambulance. We all witnessed that as well. President Nana Addo also introduced the NAPO in 2018, which is aimed at providing jobs for Ghanaian youth. So looking at these two parties, that is where I draw the conclusion that NPP has a lot of projects that benefit many Ghanaians. Of course, and you can testify to that. The 1D, 1F, one district, one party. Of course, every district has one. So it is beneficial for all Ghanaians. National health insurance, beneficial to all Ghanaians. Free basic education, beneficial to all Ghanaians. Free senior high school, beneficial to all Ghanaians. STEM education, most of Ghanaians benefited from it. Agenda 111, almost every constituency has a sports hospital built in their constituency. You see, So if you compare most of these projects to NDC, I'm not saying NDC didn't do well. NDC did a great job. But yet, their project is targeted at a group of people, or is targeted for a group of people in a particular area, which is beneficial to only those people. For example, a KJT market that was built for Kumasi or built in Kumasi does not benefit someone who is in Accra, or someone who is in Takoradi, or someone who is in Cape Coast, or someone who is in Volta region. So, project that was done, or project that are established, that favors every Ghanaian, is a national benefit or a national interest. And that is most of the project that was that is established by the NPP. So aside the district assemblies established by J.J. Rawlings, tell me any other project again that NDC has brought that is beneficial to all Ghanaians.